doohickey, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
Baba dabba dabba diggity dee and a hot diggity dog. Good thing Alex Jones wasn't caught with meth and prostitutes while selling American secrets to Ukraine, or he'd be in some real trouble, huh? Welcome, my friends, to Outlaw Radio from an 1876 Virginia City, Nevada-style bar in the San Fernando Valley, spitting distance from where the miscreants live there in Hollywood. Lori, keep those other mics pretty low while I'm over here. The host of this fine product from Southern California, run by a madman. Our governor is a madman. I may get to that, I may not. Broadway's Chicago cast transgender star Angelica Ross in lead role as Roxy Hart. Broadway's long-running Chicago revival has taken the unprecedented step of casting a transgender performed in the lead role of Roxy Hart. I'd rather hear that we've cast the world's greatest actress in this role, because it's obviously important that Angelica Ross, who is a male-to-female transgender actor, she appeared in FX's Pose, an American Horror Story. She'll take over the role starting September 12th. Yay! Give it up for yourselves. And will perform for an 8-week engagement at the Ambassador Theater in New York. Great time to change your sex, my friends. This 2022, it is sex-changing weather, ain't it? Come on. Let's add a dick to me. It's one of the great, and by the way, I can get away with saying that because it's a medical procedure. Yeah, great time it's also a great time to be a cat. Great time to be a feline. This, if you haven't watched or heard this chick, this is everything that we can't stand about those idiot sticks. And I believe that, well, let's see, is it Z Factor, X Factor? They're below millennial. I think this chick is
Gen Z.
What did you call her? Pansy?
Gen Z.
Yeah, okay,
Gen Z.
Gen Z? Could it be? Well, at least Mark C.G. Boyer is the only one that spoke up. So she fits into that Gen Z, and this chick looks exactly like everything you would expect her to look like. She's got the tattoos. She's got just a big-ass nose ring, looking like she's hated men since birth. But this, is anyone in this room, Tattoo Dave, my brother Mark C.G. Boyer, my poker-playing buddy Roman, Lori Downey Jr., have you seen this?
Don't think so.
No.
A chick that meows?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, she and her fellow cat friends meow at each other to signal various things instead of using
so they're cat language.
The English language.
Yeah.
I've heard Kato Kalin do that.
You've heard Kato Kalin do that?
Yeah, I've heard him meow.
All right. So this broad
Our HR guy
is about as sick as can get. And if it just stopped at meowing, cute little meow, okay, who cares? But no. And you can tell she's 100% serious, and she's not pulling a fast one. She's not trying to do this as some double entendre ditty. She's not trying to do this to be funny. This is sincere. And this woman, not even a woman, this kid who's got to be in her 20s, an emotional wasteland, these people out there. Here she is. I'll just call her, and this is from TikTok. I will just call her the Meow Girl. Here we go.
Be teaching you guys some ways that my friends and I meow to one another to communicate when words just seem a little too difficult. So, here we go. Okay, so first off we have the normal meow that we just use mostly to get each other's attention. Meow. Okay, then we have the dissatisfied meow. Then the angry meow, but we only use this one on rare occasions because overall we're a very happy kitten family.
Oh, yeah, they're happy.
Then the happy or content meow. Meow. Okay, then one of the most important ones for our kitten family is the I want to go potty meow. It took me a really long time to master this meow because it needs to be really specific in order for my kittens to understand.
Kittens meaning your friends.
Okay, this is the most important meow for me, and it's the I need help wiping meow. Okay, and last but definitely not least is our in heat meow, and we use this when we need a little bit more special kitten attention, if you know what I mean.
I think we know.
Meow. Oh, meow.
How about that?
I have a special bobcat sound I can scare the hell out of him with.
Yeah. Okay, Martin, you're as sick as this chick. Start communicating that way because we probably understand what you're saying a little better. On a scale of 1 to 10, let's just say she's sincere because she sounds sincere. Scale of 1 to 10, how nuts is she and her kind?
14.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Because I swear to you, she is not doing this. See, the greatest thing would be if she's trying to pull a fast one on us who are older. Wouldn't that be the greatest? Unfortunately, it's not true in any way, shape, or form.
She's sincere.
Oh, she's sincere. And and at first blush, you start listening to these meows, and you're thinking, well, she's talking to her cats. Well, she is. But her cats happen to be her female friends. And so when she says, when we need a little special attention, yeah, no guys allowed in that little cadre of femininity.
Well, the need a little extra attention sounded like she was in the middle of the act.
Yeah,
already getting that attention. Right?
Meow.
Yeah. And then the happy. I mean, if you're a happy cat, you're purring. So is she trying to identify as a cat? Is she identifying as a cat?
I think she's making her own rules in the cat world, and obviously we don't have a cat in here right now to ask their opinion.
Meow.
But was that Lori? Meow. Oh, that's sick. That just
The cat about to die.
That's great.
I think Lori fits right in that little clan.
So let's run through this again because, in my opinion, in all the years I have been on performing outlaw radio here from the San Fernando Valley, spitting distance from Hollywood, Cali. This, in my opinion, is the most butt-cringy thing I have ever seen and ever heard. These people must be put out of their misery. Now, I don't mean death, but I do mean rubber room. I mean, just put them away because they're not helpful for society, but they are helpful for radio talk shows like ours, Outlaw Radio.
If you're going to play it again
on YouTube at Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, I am going to play it again.
Okay, I'd like each one of us to pick our favorite meow.
Okay, all right.
I mean, if we can.
All right, so here we are from TikTok, this friggin' nutty idiot stick chick who looks exactly as she sounds.
Be teaching you guys some ways that my friends and I meow to one another to communicate when words just seem a little too difficult. So, here we go. Okay, so first off we have the normal meow that we just use mostly to get each other's attention. Meow. Okay, then we have the dissatisfied meow. Then the angry meow, but we only use this one on rare occasions because overall we're a very happy kitten family.
Pause for a second. Something tells me they're not really happy. right? If they're meowing to each other instead of speaking the English language, something tells me that there's a little something disgruntled there in the makeup of these idiots. Huh?
They invented 5150s for people.
Yeah,
They
for
really
people
did.
like this.
They need to be locked the hell
Yeah,
up. Right?
yeah, but you know how many of them there are?
Right, yeah.
And this is
I've dated a few of them.
And this is why they vote the way they vote, because their lives are fantasy land. It is the unicorn. Well, yeah, but wouldn't it be great if it did exist? Well, yeah, but it doesn't exist. Well, maybe it does.
Mm-hmm.
Continue with the meow idiot stick chick.
Ooh. Then the happy or content meow.
Meow.
Meow. Okay, then one of the most important ones for our kitten family is the I want to go potty meow. It took me a really long
Pause
time
for
to
a
master
second.
this meow.
Here, the part I don't understand is because she's speaking to her friends who are her female friends in cat language. Why? I mean, this you talk about really barreling in on the sickness here. Why would they need help going quote unquote potty?
Or need to let anybody know they're going potty.
Correct.
Yeah.
So they can. Lori, any answers here?
I'm just beside myself.
And why is that the
Really.
And why is that the most important one?
Well, it gets more important in a minute.
Yeah, that's not the most important because she has a much more important one.
God.
Yeah. Okay, go, Lori.
Because it needs to be really specific in order for my kittens to understand.
Pause.
Okay,
God.
this is the most important.
Pause. Is it just me? And I got to be careful how I say this.
I
But
just can't.
no. But tell me, and tell me if it is just me as I listen to this nutbag. Is there a part of you, and I'm not saying do this, and I'm not saying I ever would because I wouldn't. Don't you feel like strangling her? I mean, is it just me?
No.
It's not just me.
No, it's not just you.
Okay.
I feel like forming a dog club.
Oh, Mark had.
All right, didn't need that, Mark. Didn't need that. Yeah.
You're lucky you didn't hear him meow before. You're lucky.
I'm Mark C.G. Boyer. I want to prove that I'm as stupid as they are.
Laxative.
There we go. Let me bark. All right, and the end of this little pussy fiasco.
Meow for me, and it's the I need help wiping meow.
I need help.
Pause for a second.
And last-
Lord. Pause for a second, please. These, in case you just tuned in, this is a chick that meows instead of using the English language, and she's not. And at first blush, you may think, well, this is the way she communicates to her cats. You know, we can almost buy into that and say, okay, well, that's on the verge of cute, but it's still creepy. But it's on the verge of cute. No, This is the way she communicates with her female friends, who need wiping.
Oh, help! Wiping.
Who need help wiping. Lori, what do you have to say about that?
I just don't want to hear it anymore. I've had enough of this stuff, pussy.
Oh, by the way, this ain't going to be the first or last time we hear this during the show today.
Oh, no. Oh,
But
please.
she
I
needs
hope not.
she needs help in the bathroom.
Oh.
Why? How is this not on the verge of disgusting, or is this just over the fence disgusting?
Whether you're a cat
It's
person or
disgusting.
not,
Yeah.
why would you need help?
What?
Unless you're handicapped, why would you need help wiping?
I mean, first of all,
God's
do you ever
sake.
see a cat ask another cat to come to the bathroom with it?
I have never. Well, I don't speak the language,
Right,
though.
but I mean,
tattoo.
cats. And then, by the way, she's using the English language to define her meows.
Yes, of course,
So
right.
come on, I mean, this is just getting worse and worse.
I know, but you can tell she's not kidding around, right?
Right? No.
All right, Lori,
my
and
God.
the last spittle from this Tardo who meows.
Definitely not least is our in heat meow, and we use this when we need a little bit more special kitten attention, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, rough tongue.
Meow. Meow.
Oh God, Do you know how quick? Do you know if she had any interest in men, and I happen to be in bed with her, and I heard that, I would be gone so quick it'd make your head spin.
I'm not kidding when I say I dated a girl about a year ago.
This is my brother Mart.
That she'd be laying on the couch with me, and she'd meow a little bit, and then she'd go, "You're my catnip," and stuff like that. She was really into cat. She carried cat food in her pockets.
Do you know why that? Do you know why that happens, Mart? Let me distill this down for you. No. Well, that could be as well, but no, no, that wasn't my reasoning. Because females, by and large, are nuts.
Oh God.
Huh?
Yeah.
If you could push a baby out of your special place, I think you'd be a little crazy too.
Yeah.
You know, I think it makes.
I don't get the correlation between this meowing lady, whatever this was,
What?
and most women.
You're not following me on this?
What does having a baby have to do with anything?
What I'm saying is, it is a spectacular, awesome feat, and the only time I ever use the word amazing is when I discuss childbirth. I think that's an incredible thing. But that we are, all of us in this room, have been pushed out. Cervix is involved, and we are our heads and or sometimes feet first, but we come out of the only person in this room that we are capable of expelling ourselves from is Lori being a female.
We all come from this.
Except for Mark C.G. Boyer, he was hatched.
But I think that is an incredible feat of nature.
Oh my God!
And amazing.
Well,
because you have lived with this all your life, Lori.
No, I haven't.
So you were not a female from birth.
Listen to me.
That's my point here, is that you have lived with being a female all your life. You may not look at this as a special thing the way a male looks at this.
Well, I've had a baby, but I didn't go out that way. It was taken. I had a C-section.
Yeah.
So there are babies that are delivered not that way.
Right.
So it's not always.
But it's
that
still
way.
in the slushy pod vicinity.
Oh my God.
Well, you know that. You know
Sorry,
that.
girls.
Mark was in a bird's nest. An egg.
Is that Mark C.G. Boyer in a bird's nest?
Yeah, he was hatched.
Bird now?
Yeah. So, meow to you. And this is, it's a sick time we live in. And although I made the statement that only females can push a baby out of the thingamabob, not according to the left, because they won't even acknowledge the difference between females and males.
No.
So males supposedly they can bleed like a female can menstruate, and males are capable now of producing a baby. All of this crap is pure hyperbole and poppycock, and the fact that I even have to say that it seems ridiculous.
It does.
You know, I met a guy.
This is Lori Downey Jr., our producer.
I once met a guy in New York, and I was asked to date him, like accompany him.
Okay, hold on. Let me slow you down here. So someone came to you and they asked you to date this guy?
They asked me. He wanted to meet me, and they asked me to sit down and talk to him. It was the owner of the place that I worked at.
And what was the upside for this owner trying to link you up with this guy?
Because he was very wealthy, and he was coming to our shows.
All right, I
and
get
he
it.
was
Enough
spending
said.
a lot of money.
Enough said.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so she said he's very nice.
By the way, that had to be the reason. That was the only reason.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, brought money into the club.
Right.
This guy brought money into the
something
club.
to benefit him.
Oh, of course.
Right.
So it was a cabaret room. So I sat down with him because they said, you don't have to go anywhere. You can just talk to him. And he seemed really, really nice. And I thought, okay.
They all do, don't they, Lori?
They all do.
Yeah. In the beginning.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Dot, 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 dot.
And so I agreed to meet him for dinner at a prominent restaurant like 2 nights later.
Yeah.
And he was telling me about science. And he told me how women should never wreck their bodies to have a baby.
Yeah.
And he told me that cows can be inseminated and hold a baby for a woman. And would I be interested in something like that when I wanted to have children? Like that was important to him because a woman should never lose her figure.
Okay, let me ask you this, Lori. How do you participate in this experiment if it is indeed the sperm in a cow?
I don't know what I would have to do with it. I think he had
Or there is this nutbag talking about taking the embryo, extracting the embryo, and then sticking it into a moo-moo's uterus?
something weird like that. He
Yeah.
was explaining the whole science to me.
Yeah,
But
how-
he
yeah.
scared the heck out of me.
How did the food taste, Lori, at dinner? Did it make it much more palatable?
Yeah, that was like a quick exit, but he returns.
So no White Russians that night, I'm thinking.
Oh, no, I didn't even drink back then.
No, because that would be sort of that would gross me out, even thinking about a cow.
I probably should have had something.
Yeah.
So he returns to the club the next night because he was calling me all the next day after this.
Of course, it's Lori Downey Jr., the hot Broadway dancer, soon to marry Morton Downey Jr.,
Oh, many years
the
later.
TV talk show host.
Right.
Yes.
And so he shows up at the club, and I had just told the cast, thinking I got rid of him, right?
Yeah.
I thought I got rid of him.
Yeah.
So he shows up that night, and the cast starts going. Every time I did a solo out on stage, they're like, boo. You know, to the point that he heard it.
Oh, wait. You would make the moo sound?
No, the cast members. I'm out there dancing by myself in a solo.
Oh, good.
And they're all like, moo.
They all threw you right under the bus.
I love that.
Oh.
I love that. But then I think that would sort of piss the dude off. And did he understand what was going on?
He knew exactly what was going on, and he left before the show was over.
Lori ended up hanging in a meat locker down the street later.
Yeah, could have happened. And that is some prime beef there, huh? Huh? Boy, that is marbled. All right, listen, I got a lot to get to, including a black man on the show today. That'll be, I believe, an unprecedented 2 weeks in a row. Huh?
Oh, boy.
Because
We're hitting it.
Well, new in 2022, Outlaw Radio is becoming funkier for you because we appreciate the funk in the unk. And we'll be this after back on the big dog of broadcasting, outlawradiolive.com. On YouTube, just look up Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
Wanna buy a new car, but the price ain't right. Ain't that gold? Be a damn sight cheaper. Yes, it do. Start riding the bike. Listen, they're making milk out of powder. Yeah, they are. Got the babies crying. Poor baby, they know what that stuff is. Rent's gone up higher. Yes, it is. Got the parents lying. I'll pay you tomorrow. Lord, it's a real motherfucker. Yeah. Make you wanna run for cover. Yes, it will. And if you look, you will discover. Yeah. Lord, it's a real motherfucker. Good dog. Listen, got to go to a disco. Throw your troubles away. Dance to the music that the DJ plays. Well, all right. And then the lights come on. Yeah. Like you knew they would. That cold. Gone home and face the music. That don't sound too good. Ain't that cold? Listen. Lord, it's a real motherfucker. It'll make you wanna run for cover, yeah. And if you look, you will discover, yeah. Lord, it's a real motherfucker, yeah.
Hey, Lori, is my mic not working? Grab hold it, baby. Oh, no, I can't do that. Grab hold it.
to outlawradiolive.com. And if you're looking at us on YouTube, hit the smash button, hit the bell, and join us.
There she stood in the street, smiling from her head to her feet. I said, hey, what is this? Now, baby, maybe she's in need of a kiss. I said, hey, what's your name, baby? Maybe we can see things the same. Now, don't you wait, oh, hesitate. Let's move before they raise the parking rate. Ow! All right now, baby, it's all right now. All right now, baby, it's all right now. Let me tell you now. I took her home to my place, watching every move on her face. She said, look, what's your game, baby? Are you trying to put me in shame? I said, slow, don't go so fast. Don't you think that love can last? She said, love, Lord above. Now you're trying to trick me in love. All right now, baby, it's all right now. All right now, baby, it's all right now. It's all right now.
A shocking place, an evil plexus of slums hide human creeping things, where filthy men and women live on pen'orths of gin, where collars and clean shirts are decencies unknown, where every citizen wears a black eye and none ever combs his hair.
This is Outlaw Radio. Last Saturday after the show, after poker playing with Kato Kalin and our buddies, including but not limited to Tattoo Dave, Roman, Mark C.G. Boyer, I turned my brother on. I'll just stop right there. No, I turned meow. I turned my brother on to a YouTuber. You know what I'm discovering? There are so many YouTubers out there with a gazillion hits and subscribers that I have never heard of and you have never heard of. Sure. Because this chick, I had no idea was in existence 6 weeks ago. But I'm watching all this stuff on YouTube about the devastating crap that's going down there outside of Vegas in Lake Mead.
Yeah.
You know, and the fact that it's just dissipating, and which took me to this gal named Wonder Hussy. And at first I'm thinking, who is this chick? A little bit annoying, a little bit over the top. And now I am a huge fan of Wonder Hussy.
I'm addicted to her now.
Oh, you are? So you've been watching all her stuff?
Yeah.
What she does, her thing is that she explores lots of old gold mining camps. I mean, places you need to hike. You have to hike to get there.
Right.
And she loves all that stuff. And somehow she makes rummaging through dilapidated buildings interesting.
Yeah.
And this Wonder Hussy, man, you talk about not really a sordid past, but grew up in a hippie family out of Northern California. And she's not really a hippie chick, but sort of old-fashioned.
Yeah.
And you can tell a real damn American. And I don't know which way she leans politically, but I think she's a centrist.
There's something
What?
She's not exactly hot, but there's something about her that kind of
well, with a ton of makeup on, right?
Wow.
With a ton of makeup,
It's
because she was a model in Vegas. She
And
made
now
her,
she's a clown.
She made her.
No, she's lovely.
She made her money nude modeling in Vegas.
Which she does have a really nice body, so I can see that.
She has a great little body. I mean, not a lot of meat on them bones. You know, not really my
No, I
cup
like
of tea.
it.
A little, yeah, I know. Well, you like those trailer park chicks.
That's right.
But this Wonder Hussy. So I finally reached out to her yesterday.
Oh, you did?
And no reply. So because she's now making her money from YouTube, and she's a hard worker. She lives in Death Valley now. Her and her sis, they live out there in Death Valley. But you know why? Do you know why females are use perfume and makeup? Do you know why? Because they're ugly and they smell bad.
Yeah.
Yay.
right, Lori? That's one of my favorite jokes.
She's dedicated as
That is
hell.
one of my favorites.
She's so dedicated, like she'll walk to a tunnel or something in the desert.
Oh, yeah.
She has to set her camera up like 4 times because it's a single shot and there's nobody filming her most of the time.
Right.
Sometimes
She's there alone. She's there, for the most part, she's alone.
Yeah.
But she went into the supposed Manson cave, which is there in Death Valley where they used to hide out.
Yeah.
And it's interesting stuff. So I'm hoping she will be on our show. We need to talk to this broad. Better yet, wouldn't it be fun to get her ass in here because she loves gin martinis? And hey, Lori, what's that drink that we picked up? Pre-made concoctions in that beautiful bottle. Right? What are those called? It's an old-fashioned drink. Oh, here it is. It's this here. I'll show for those of you watching Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube. It's that, the Negroni. So she was making herself a Negroni, and she said, I don't know. I've become addicted to these things. I love these things, even though they taste like ass. But I like them. Yeah. And it's like another reason to like Wonder Hussy.
Yeah, she's pretty cool, man. I think she's pretty real too. She's not one of these Valley girl. Oh my God.
No.
Not at all.
And exceptionally articulate.
Yeah.
And honest. And honest about everything.
Yeah.
And I think that's why she has so many viewers on YouTube and we have none, because I think you, the audience, can tell that we're totally full of crap here.
Well, I'm not.
She's got a fascination. She's got a fascination with the Manson family also. She does. That's
well, who doesn't? I sort of do too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a thing.
I thought they were in Chatsworth.
Well, no, Lori,
they travel a lot. They were in Death Valley for some time.
Simi Valley.
Hey, Lori, when they were in Death Valley, that's before the killing spree. They were just a hippie commune, and then all of a sudden, old Charlie got this bright idea. Well, we might as well kill some people while we're being hippie-like.
Topanga Canyon, they hang. I mean, all over.
They sort of blamed it on the Beatles and the White Album, I think, and Helter Skelter. Somehow, Helter Skelter talked to Charlie, and it meant something to him, and it meant kill rich white people.
Yeah. And then one of the Beach Boys started hanging out with them. And
well, that goes way back because Charlie was a failed musician here in Los Angeles area, and so he was probably pissed off. So he had his little minions because he not unlike Adolf Hitler, great salesman. And you look into those eyes, and I guess you'd be mesmerized and do whatever he said if you're a dip-ass that meows instead of communicates using the English language.
Guess what's going to happen to you, meower?
But you know how many of those people are out there, man? Followers. I mean, the vast majority of people are lemmings. Hence the reason why Biden is in office. Because as I've always said, in order to win our side, the correct side, the right side for the good old United States of America, we have to win by a lot. We have to win by a lot, much more. So there's no cheating.
Right.
It's terrible, but that's the way it is.
Yeah, it can't be close anymore.
Because they cheat. It can't be close. Scientists say it's time to prepare for human extinction.
Of course it is.
That's funny.
Yeah.
How dare them?
It's funny, Lori? How dare them?
How dare them?
The world needs to prepare for human extinction because of climate change, according to a shocking new study. Scientists say global warming could become catastrophic for humanity if temperatures rise by even more than they are predicted to, or if heating sets off chains of events that have not yet been predicted. By the way, this is reported by good old MSN, of course.
What are you doing there?
Team led by, this is Mark C.G. Boyer, who sends me little items because, listen, this guy's an old liberal from way back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's sleeping now or looking at his phone?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. You can never know if he...
I love how he gets here right before the show is going to start. Make sure his headsets are working, his mic's sitting.
And then he's the only one that doesn't use the mic, and he falls asleep during the show.
Exactly.
Yeah. Not unlike many of our viewers and listeners on YouTube.
Oh, no.
A team led by Cambridge University academics in the UK say we should prepare for horror scenarios ranging from the loss of 10% of the world's population to the end of human life on Earth. My question is, how do you prepare for such a thing?
Kill yourself.
Yeah, right, Lori. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, just off yourself.
Hello, scientists.
The researchers say the consequences of more than 3 Celsius of warming compared with pre-industrial times have not been explored well enough. Last year's IPCC report suggested that if atmospheric CO2 doubles from pre-industrial levels, something the planet is halfway towards, then there's around an 18% chance temperatures will rise beyond where we need to be in order to live. The world's on track for a 2.9 Celsius of warming by 2100. Wait, 2100?
Are we already...
If governments' existing policies, as opposed to pledges they have made or followed, according to Climate Action Tracker, scientists say that 1.5 Celsius is a safe level of heating. The team, that's probably our black guy who's going to be on the show. You heard the gate, right?
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah. Somebody,
it's like a secret.
Somebody needs to keep an eye on him in case he walks into the house. Lori, Lori, I'm just saying.
Leave?
Come on now.
Oh, no.
Our HR man's out there.
Okay.
Do we know that?
Yeah, and he carries. Yeah.
Should I go out?
The team wants new research to focus on the four.
Where do they come with 18%, by the way?
Stay with me on this climate change stuff because it's not necessarily BS.
Primrose is barking.
The team wants new research to focus. You know that our little doggy never been a big fan of the black man. Yeah, that's a racist dog, and I've had talks with her.
Yeah,
and I meowed to her.
Doesn't work.
And she says, please talk to me in doggy language.
Because she's a white dog.
The team wants new research to focus on the 4 horsemen of the climate endgame: famine and malnutrition, extreme weather conflict, and vector-borne diseases. This sort of brings us back. How many years ago? I believe it was 1972. And I know I head back in this direction often, but you need to hear it because this was, let's go with 1972, the great Larry Lujak on WLS in Chicago. And this is the news report 50 years ago. Go, Lori.
Take another touchstone next hour for some more Yes concert tickets. Late morning edition of the Cheap Trashy Showbiz Report and Larry Lujak's animal stories all in the next hour here at WLS.
It's 8:54. Good morning. I'm Jeff Hendricks.
And I'm Catherine Johns, WLS News.
There apparently is trouble around the corner for Spaceship Earth. A Massachusetts physicist has looked over all the data and doesn't like what he sees happening around the year 2000. Oceanographer William Jenkins says the polar ice caps are melting sooner and faster than expected. And that means the Earth may be racked with floods, monsoons, and heat waves, devastating to food production in the coming century. There could be widespread death and starvation.
Oh, my God.
He's a proponent of the so-called greenhouse theory, which states the Earth is warming up because pollution is trapping heat in the atmosphere.
And this is by the year 2000
that all of this is about to come to pass, he says. He being Bill Jenkins.
That's it, Lori.
I think it was $50,000 a month that Brian Wilson was shelling out.
Are you not listening to me when I said that's it, Lori?
I swear during that little commentary that he was doing for the news reporter, I heard laughter from somebody.
Yeah, they were cracking up because it was...
Well, because it's 1972, and by the year 2000, devastation.
Yeah.
And we're not even close because the whole thing has been a scam-a-lama ding-dong and a money grab since day one.
Yeah.
Al Gore is a rich man.
Oh, boy.
And he keeps making money hand over fist. But these articles are planted because we need hysteria in order for these folks to grab the money. And it is a large crock of crap. We're not on the verge of dying. Well, I am, but for different reasons.
So am I.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, alcohol intake alone. Geez, I may have 4 days left. How many minutes do you have, my poker playing buddy Roman?
About 25.
About 25 minutes? Okay. Yeah. Left activists storm meeting to ban homeless tent cities from being built near schools. Understand what I just said here. Left activists are storming a meeting to ban homeless tent cities from being built near schools. They think it's okay for these homeless encampments to be built near schools. Damn the kids. Screw the kids. Yep. Left-wing nutbags stormed L.A. City Hall, unsuccessfully trying to prevent lawmakers from expanding an ordinance banning homeless encampments near schools. We've taken over City Hall and are now rolling out the people's public comment. F their bogus rules. This is what democracy looks like, tweeted the Los Angeles Community Action Network, a group that bills itself as human rights defenders and truth tellers. What about the human rights of children trying to have a happy day at school?
It gets worse.
Yeah, Lori?
Way worse.
Lori Downey Jr.
Like the governor of California now, they're trying to get people to agree that hotels, if they don't book a room, that the homeless can come in.
Right.
By
Any
1
room in
p.m. every
California.
day, they have to report all vacant rooms,
Right.
Yeah.
or be fined and sued.
These folks running this state are the Gestapo. This is
It's
a
ridiculous.
police state. It is. You talk about ripping freedoms away. Well, this son of a bitch bandies about these TV commercials in Florida saying, "Come to California, the home of freedom." And by the way, these activists, they're wearing masks.
Yeah.
Can you imagine such a thing?
Wow.
Chanting, stomping, cheering, waving posters, asking for Municipal Code 41.18 to be abolished. This makes it illegal for a person to sit, lie, or sleep near a narrow group of schools and daycare facilities. At one point, they chanted, "No justice, no peace, no more racist police." That's who we're dealing with. That's who we're dealing with. These are the imbeciles that hate kids and hate America. Those, my friends, are your friends on the left. We'll be this after back on Outlaw.
while driving along, top down, hair whipping in the wind, the radio turned up so loud bugs burst and birds scatter. You've got it locked on the greatest show on earth. Tanned, relaxed, and grinning, the legendary Outlaw Radio.
Yeah, so close, yet so far. Huh? LA officials scrapped that potential mask mandate reinstatement. We knew that was coming down. And then the blowback was so huge from restaurateurs who are finally saying, we're not going to take this crap anymore.
Yeah.
So now they put it off and they just noticed, oh, wait a second, there's a decrease in the COVID cases now. Son of a gun.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, isn't that weird? The timing is exceptional on that. Hey, our contest continues, and there's money involved on Magic Matt's YouTube channel. Simply punch in Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio in YouTube. We call it the 9251 contest. 9251. What is the meaning of 9251? The personal meaning in my life. The first correct answer wins cash. Answer in the comments below. First correct.
How much cash?
What?
Have we had any
How much cash? How much Mama Cash do you win? Yeah. Yeah. Why, are you interested, Lori? And that's funny. Lori's known me for 15 years, intimately, and she wouldn't have a clue as to what 9251 means to me personally.
Maybe not, but I want to take your cash.
Okay.
I'm guessing you're going to keep that cash. I don't think
I would be blown away if anyone gets this. But
if I got it, and then it'd be an IOU.
But the money keeps going up every week, so
has there been any guesses?
Get it? Yeah. Oh yeah. Lots of guesses and all incorrect, but some good guesses in there. So head over there to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube and answer the question, what does 9251 mean to me? Okay, I have 2 seconds to do this. Do you have Carrie ready to go, Lori?
I do.
This is my gal, man, from Arizona. I've been rooting for her. She's a great gal, not to mention really hot.
Hot, red-blooded.
And what's the most important thing for a female to be?
Be hot.
Hot. Be hot.
That's her job.
And then if they have some brains in there, sometimes that's not a good thing. But in this case, this is a good thing. Yeah. This happened a few weeks ago in an interview, someone attempting to interview Carrie Lake. This is before she won in Arizona. Go, Lori.
Hi. Hi. Nice to see you. You don't have a mask on anymore. What's going on?
That's Carrie busted her balls.
We're 6 feet apart.
Do you have a minute to chat?
I'll do an interview. Okay. As long as it airs on CNN Plus. Does that still exist? I didn't think so, because the people don't like what you guys are peddling, which is propaganda. Thank you.
Good night.
Mic drop.
Dismissed. Dismissed. Carrie Lake wins.
She's great.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
Go, Carrie.
Jam-packed next hour. I promise you, you're going to love what I have in store for you next on Outlaw Radio.
This time's gotta stop. Enough is enough. I can't take this BS any longer. It's gone far enough. You wanna claim my soul? You'll have to come and break down this door. I knew that something was going on wrong when you started laying down the law. I can't move my hands. I break out in sweat. I wanna cry. Can't take it anymore. This time's gotta stop. Enough is enough. I can't take this BS any longer. It's gone far enough. You wanna claim my soul? You'll have to come and break down this door. I've been around a long, long time. Seen it all, and I'm used to being free. I know who I am. Try to do what's right. So lock me up and throw away the key. This time's gotta stop. Enough is enough. I can't take this BS any longer. It's gone far enough. You wanna claim my soul? You'll have to come and break down this door.
what's coming down the road. The light in the tunnel could be the southbound train. Lord, please help them with their load. This has gotta stop. Enough is enough. I can't take this BS any longer. It's gone far enough. You wanna claim my soul? You'll have to come and break down this door. This has gotta stop. Enough is enough. I can't take this BS any longer. It's gone far enough. You wanna claim my soul? You'll have to come and break down this door.
You might be seeing us on YouTube, and we want you to smash that button and hit that bell and join us.
You want my love and you can't deny. You know it's true, but you try to hide. Yeah. You turn down love like it's really bad. Ow. You can get what you never had. Yeah. Well, bless your soul, you can fool a fool. I know the truth, not so do you. You can hide. I bet can't hide love. Well, I bet ya I can't hide, yeah. You can't pretend there's nothing there. Girl, I look in your eyes, see you care. So why not stop trying to run and hide? You won't find out if you never try. You want my love? I bet you want my love? Well, I bet you.
we're the last line of defense. And really, the comedians are the last, the voice of truth in this whole thing.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time! Outlaw Radio for all of us. Outlaw Radio for all of us. Outlaw Radio for all of us.
Hi, this is Sean Young on Outlaw Radio.
Hey, this is Shelley Berman on Outlaw Radio. Listen, come on, listen to me or listen to Matt. If you like being bored, it's great for you.
It's Robert Hayes. I'm here on Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt, a.k.a. The Weasel. We are here to drink. We're here to smoke. We're here to interrupt. You may drink. You may smoke. You may interrupt, but I'm here to...
Live from the Lighten Up Lounge, this is Tom DeLuise saying, this is Outlaw Radio.
Hi, this is Chuck Woolery at Lighten Up Lounge on Outlaw Radio. There's lots of fun, guys. Be back, 2 and 2.
Hi, this is Gilbert Gottfried, and you're listening to Outlaw Radio, where we smoke, we drink, and occasionally we bother people who look old and weak.
Hi, this is Rick Dees with Magic Matt, a.k.a. Mr. Cigar, in the Lighten Up Lounge. We drink, we smoke, we interrupt.
Can you imagine? Our guest is late.
Is he gonna come?
I don't know, but could you add more feedback, Lori? You're the producer. Figure it out, Lori. Figure it out. Figure it out.
So why would he not be punctual?
What? Why would he not be punctual? I don't know. Justice is his name. We don't know what his game happens to be, but his name is Justice.
Uh-oh.
And he's late. He's a black man. Black man late. Come on.
Is that Mouse's guy?
What, Lori?
I said, is that Mouse's guy?
Is that Mouse's guy? Now, we need Long Island interpretation. Does anyone here speak Long Island?
I don't.
Good.
I do.
Yeah. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. So I'm going to save this BLM story until he gets here. Doesn't that make sense?
Yeah, of course.
Right? Okay. So instead, in lieu of our only legitimate or illegitimate black guest today by the name of Justice, I love his name. It's another way you can find Outlaw Radio is Justice. No. It's not Justice. LibertyMattersUSA.com. Having nothing to do with justice, but sort of. My other black guest, Will Smith, not really in the Lighten Up Lounge, this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar, but he gave this really weird apology that I think was on TikTok and it was on YouTube, mostly YouTube, where you can find Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, and you have to punch it in just that way so you don't get those imposters. And there are many Outlaw Radio imposters. We are the first, I promise you that. You can find us under Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube. A real bizarre Will Smith apology, and we'll break this down for you, but it's worth listening to, and you don't really have to see him to think about how odd this is. Go ahead, Laura, let's start.
Why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech? I was fogged out by that point. It's all fuzzy. I've reached out to Chris, and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk, and when he is, he will reach out. So I will say to you, Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk. I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I saw an interview that Chris's mother did, and that was one of the things about that moment. I just didn't realize, I wasn't thinking, but how many people got hurt in that moment.
Well, mostly Chris
So I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I want to apologize to Chris's family, specifically Tony Rock. We had a great relationship.
Not anymore, Chris.
Tony Rock was my man. This is probably irreparable.
Yes, I would think.
I spent the last 3 months replaying and understanding the nuances and the complexities of what happened.
Pause, Laura.
In
complexities? Yeah, nothing complex. I was glad you did that.
Right?
Nothing complex about that at all.
What was complex about that?
Yeah.
Will used to be...
Will, I think Will, I always thought Will was a great-hearted guy. As I mentioned before, I knew him in New York. I even saw him in half on stage, lengthwise, in front of thousands of people. He was a great dude. That's before he had his TV show. It was just Will Smith and doing that rap thing with, what was
Fresh
it?
Prince?
Fresh Prince. Well, no, it was before that. But anyway, Fresh Prince, whatever the hell.
Oh, DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah, DJ Jazzy Jeff. And I always thought, well, this guy, boy, this is one smart son of a bitch. Although he doesn't sound as articulate here. And is he sort of going
He's
ghetto?
backpedaling. He's just backpedaling.
Yeah, but the way he's using the English language sounds sort of ghetto, and I don't believe that is truly the way Will Smith talks. And I don't know if he's trying to do that for effect. But continue with Will Smith's apology to Chris Rock, Lori.
That moment. And I'm not going to try to unpack all of that right now.
Pause. By the way, can we stop using unpack? Can we stop using, God, I'm so tired of this, the word amazing. Everything's amazing. And let's unpack the story. Let's not. Just tell the story.
Yeah.
I mean, are we sick of hearing, well, unpack that for us. Oh, God, stop it.
All right, Lori, can we unpack this?
Stop it. No, we couldn't unpack this show. It would take way too long. Continue with Will Smith's apology to Chris Rock.
Say to all of you, there is no part of me that thinks that was the right way to behave in that moment.
Well, good.
It's got to be some part.
There's no part of me that thinks that's the optimal way to handle a feeling of disrespect or insults.
Yeah.
After Jada rolled her eyes, did she tell you to do something? No. It's like, I made a choice on my own, from my own experiences, from my history with Chris. Jada had nothing to do with it.
Pause. So let me get this straight. So Jada Smith can have sex with other men and or women, and that's okay with you, Will Smith. But you're defending Jada's honor when some comedian sort of blasts out a joke.
Harmless joke.
A harmless joke about your wife. Not so harmless in Will Smith's eyes, but it's okay that your wife can be having coital boomerang with a myriad of people. That's okay with you. Because, they have that open marriage.
Yeah. Right. The red bot. What's it called? That little broadcast she does?
Whatever the frig it is, but it's an open marriage. So that's all right with you, right, Will? But you have to defend her friggin' beautifulness, her baldness. You have to defend that when someone goes after her with a stupid little joke on stage. What a bunch of BS. Continue, Lori.
I'm sorry, babe. I'm going to say sorry to my kids and my family for the heat that I brought on. all of us.
Sorry for your career.
To all my fellow nominees.
Hence the reason
this
why
is a
he's doing
community.
this.
It's like I won because you voted for me, and it really breaks my heart to have stolen and tarnished your moment. I can still see Questlove's eyes. It happened on Questlove's award, and
by the way, I have no idea who that is.
Yeah.
But that's because we're not.
It's
20.
like I'm sorry really isn't sufficient.
I think.
What would you say to the people who looked up to you before the slap, or people who expressed that you let them down? So there's two things. One, disappointing people is my central trauma.
Pause. What? Disappointing people is my central trauma?
He's losing it, man.
What the hell does that mean? Anyone?
No idea.
No idea what he just said.
Sounds like he's losing it a bit.
My central trauma?
I don't know.
I mean, first he's doing the ghetto talk. Now he's saying he's coming up with phrases like central trauma?
Is he from Long Island?
Yeah. Do you understand what that means, Lori? Can you translate Long Island for us, Lori Downey Jr.?
I don't think he's from Long Island.
Central
No, I never heard
trauma. Continue with Will Smith apology to Chris Rock.
Okay.
I hate when I let people down. So it...
Pause. Well, this must happen often then.
Right.
I mean, he makes it sound as though this is something that is in his core. He hates it when he lets people down.
Right.
So he's done it more than this time, and it sounds to me like many times.
Yeah, just not so publicly.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, Will let me saw him. I said, may I saw you in half with an electric saw? He said yes. I proceeded on stage. I sawed him in half. So he followed through, and he didn't let me down. Will Smith, my man, Will Smith, you didn't let me down. Continue.
Hurts. It hurts me psychologically and emotionally to know I didn't live up to people's image and impression of me. And the work I'm trying to do is I am deeply remorseful. And I'm trying to be remorseful without being ashamed of myself.
Pause.
What the?
Huh? What?
Blah, blah, blah.
Okay. You can be remorseful. I get that. If you could jump in the Wayback Machine and change what happened that night at the Oscars, you would do that. But remorse, of course you're remorseful. But what did he say?
Ashamed.
Yeah, ashamed. You have to be ashamed of yourself, idiot.
Well,
you have to.
He's saying I'm trying not to be, but I'm guessing he is.
No, you must be.
He has to be, yeah.
But how do you try to not be ashamed?
Yeah, why would you try now?
Right, there's no chance of that. Of course you're ashamed. You did a really stupid thing, and you're lucky that Chris Rock did not pursue legally putting you in the big house.
And Chris can still work. It's going to be tough for him to work right now.
He went immediately
Chris
on
Rock
tour.
is kicking
He's
ass.
touring. He left that show to be on.
Didn't hurt Chris. It helped Chris.
It helped him.
Help Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Continue with Will Smith.
All right, I'm human, and I made a mistake, and I'm trying not to think of myself as a piece of shit. So I would say to those people, I know it was confusing. I know it was shocking. But I promise you, I am deeply devoted and committed to putting light and love and joy into the world. And,
What?
If you hang on, I promise we'll be able to be friends again.
All right.
Doesn't he have a publicist to write for him?
I can't hear you, Mart.
Doesn't he have like a publicist that can write for him, like write a speech for him?
No.
Like
I appreciate a I appreciate this from his heart. I just think that it's a little scattered.
He's all over the map.
Little nutso.
It sounded almost like he was reading questions that were asked of him.
He was.
Okay.
Yeah, he was.
That's right. That's,
and then he was answering questions.
Right.
But, listen, I don't want any harm for Will Smith. I mean, that's Chris Rock's bag, man.
Yeah.
It's really up to Chris to make amends. Well, no, it's up to Will to make amends with Chris. But I guess the upshot here is, and forgive me, but who cares?
You're right.
God, who cares?
Yeah, and by the way, Chris is in the driver's seat right now, and he doesn't have
who
to.
cares?
Yeah.
And by the way, it has nothing to do with my life whether Will Smith continues with a career or not. I think he's a talented guy, and of course he'll come out of this probably smelling like a rose. How many major drug addicts and damn near murderers in Hollywood come out smelling like a rose because of their, they pay their pittance and they get away with this crap
because of their celebrity.
Of course. So anyway, don't.
He was asked to leave immediately after that. They tried to escort him out, and he refused.
Okay, see, I heard that they didn't.
They did. They did, and then
I heard Matt heard.
They asked if they wanted to call the police. There were police already in the building,
right?
Who came down and tried to get him out, and he refused to leave.
Huh? I didn't.
And
I mean, all they have to do is physically,
right? But they didn't do
take
that.
his ass out of there.
Yeah.
I heard the same
Can we talk about the Kardashians next?
You believe that, Lori? They should have taken him out, right?
Yes, they should have.
Yeah.
I believe they should have, and I believe he shouldn't have won the award. I do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Well, I see. I got to tell you something. That's a gray area for me. Is the award about him smacking people, or is the award about his competence as an actor? Well, wait a second. We're talking about an award show.
It's responsibility.
It's really about nothing. It's a big crock of crap. These award shows are huge crocks of crap.
But as an actor, it's a responsibility that he should be in line, and he shouldn't do anything so stupid.
Yeah, he
shouldn't have gotten that award.
Actors don't have different rules. Oh, wait.
Yeah, of course they do. Oh,
in today's society, when you get up on stage in front of billions of people and smack somebody, physically assault somebody, there should be repercussions.
Oh, yeah.
And he's the guy that's supposed to be setting an example for all the little ones and anybody that looks up to him and anybody that watches his movies.
Well, but I think the repercussions is simply take him to the big house, but don't lose the award. I mean, he won the award, quote unquote, fair and square,
because he is a good actor.
So he gets good. You get the award, but you get to spend some time in the big house.
Yeah. Okay.
Next.
Yeah.
Nice chatting with you, Will. In this latest poll, majority of Americans regret taking the COVID vaccine.
You think?
Lori Downey Jr., do you regret it?
Oh, absolutely.
So you have regrets on this?
You have regrets? Yeah. And my buddy, Roman?
Oh, I don't care.
Oh, wait a second. Is that
at the front door?
Okay, so that's the front door. Even though I gave him
specific instructions.
Come around to the right side to the gate.
I'm gonna go.
Whoops. Okay. People are different.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're all different.
Yeah.
We all have different sensibilities. Do we not? Each person is an individual.
Yes.
For example, if I'm given an Oscar, I don't go up on stage and smack somebody. Right? Yeah. That's me, though.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't.
But I'm not a Will Smith. A guy named Justice, who I give specific instructions, come around to the right side through the gate to the Lighten Up Lounge, this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar, but yet still comes to the front door. Yeah. Because we all have our different sensibilities. All right. Oh, boy.
Here we go.
Doggy doesn't like Justice. Oh, my. No, don't even try to come this way. Don't even try to come this way. No, around over there. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Sit over there next to Roman, my poker playing buddy. And Roman knows Justice, and Tattoo Dave knows Justice.
I do not.
Mark C.G. Boyer knows Justice. Look at that guy.
Today's Marty.
Look at that guy.
This is Matt's
Look
brother.
at that guy.
Nice to meet you.
Huh?
What's up, man?
How are you?
Good to see you.
Boy, that guy, huh? Is he not clean? That guy's clean.
Well, he just gave me a handshake and about crushed my hand.
I gotta tell you, if Biden were here, he'd look at you and say, "That man's clean." That Justice, boy, he's clean.
He damn near shattered my hand with his handshake. That guy's a strong son gun.
Oh yeah,
there, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
he's ripped. Look at him. He's ripped.
Listen, you arrived at the correct time. BLM activist Sean King threatens to dox, inflict pain on New York Post reporters. BLM, if I may be so bold, and with Justice here, a black man.
A black man. What do I?
If I may mention that BLM, as far as I'm concerned, a hate group.
Yes.
A hate group. Agree or disagree, my friend?
Agree.
Okay, he said even though the mic is cutting in and out.
I need him to be in another chair. I can't even see him.
Well, Lori, that's rude. That's very rude of you.
What do you mean?
Long Island. The man is on camera. So what are you saying?
He does need a better mic.
I can't
he's our
see
guest.
him, and I want to see him.
We need a better mic. We need a better mic for him.
Yeah.
Mark, can you please get up?
Okay. Oh, now all of a sudden the onus is on poor Mark.
It always is.
Minding his own business.
I feel horrible for
But yeah, we'll reseat Mark because he has a microphone that works, but he never speaks.
No, he's been sleeping.
Okay, listen, I'm going to get into this Black Lives Matter crap. Also, we were talking about the COVID vaccine. Were you COVID vaccinated, Justice?
No, I was not.
You were not. Okay,
I was not.
Smart man. Dave, you were forced to?
No. I refuse to.
So you refuse to?
I refuse to.
Oh, so Mart is not vaccinated.
No.
Mark C.G. Boyer, anyway the wind blows. I mean, if you tell me to do it, I think
he's vaccinated, boosted three times.
I gotta be vaccinated, and Lori Downey Jr.
I am vaccinated, and I got really sick from it.
Yeah, so that's a regurt there. That is a regurt that you were vaccinated.
Yes.
And by the way, I will not get a booster. I found out that I have really high antibodies. I do a blood panel every 6 months, and they continue to be really high.
Meaning that you probably had the dreaded cove. You had the cove. So many of us had the cove and didn't know it because it's a thing called the flu.
Our father, Matt, was vaccinated twice.
Yeah.
And he refused to get the booster because those 2 vaccinations made him sick as hell.
Well, that's why the CDC changed the definition of vaccination. What does vaccination mean? Well, as long as I've been alive, it is supposed to prevent you.
Not a vaccine.
Of course. So they changed the definition, and it's, so it won't be quite as bad.
Yeah.
The CDC, if you still believe in these a-holes, if you believe in these friggin', I got to tell you something. This is why the blacks have never believed in the whites. Because CDC mostly run by whites. Right, Justice? Can I hear a hell yeah?
Hell yeah.
Okay. See that? See that?
The mic picked that up.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Geffen School of Medicine Dr. Joseph Lopato, Yale School of Public Health Dr. Harvey Risch sounded the alarm. There may be serious underestimated risks involved with the side effects of the Wuhan coronavirus vaccine. And when are we going to discover the severity and the ugliness of this? Years from now. But some of these things are taking their toll. Like, for example, changing the menstrual flow and causing more pain in females, those who have been vaccinated, which, P.S., causes a lot of pain to us males as well. And I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bad enough as it is.
Oh, they always cause pain.
My God, we never want to hear about that time of the month. Oh, it's the last thing we want to hear. It's like, why, I mean, I understand why you have to do that.
It's my girly time. That's what some chick used to tell me.
It's my girly time?
My girly time, Marty. I'm like, is it every day, every minute?
Take the whole
every
month
minute
off.
you're breathing.
Take the entire year off.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right, a lot to get to. And Justice is with us now on Outlaw Radio. On YouTube, punch in Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. You'll find us. You know, you might as well. What else do you have to do? We're smoking, drinking, interrupting.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Fly me to the moon. Okay.
I draw strength from you, and when you're lost, I know how to change your mood. And when I'm down, you breathe life over me. Even though we're miles apart, we are each other's dance tonight. I draw strength from you, and when you're lost, I know how to change your mood. And when I'm down, you breathe life over me. Even though we're miles apart, we are each other's dance. North side, east side, Little Willie, wears the crown. He's the king around town. Dancing, glancing, Willie drives him silly with a style shoe, shimmy, shuffle down. Way past one and feeling alright, 'cause with Little Willie around, they can last all night. Hey down, stay down, stay down, down. 'Cause Little Willie won't go home, but you can't push Willie round. Willie won't go. Try telling everybody what. Oh no, Little Willie won't go home.
We stand for fun. We stand for great cigars. We stand for the perfect martini. And we stand for the American flag. We are Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt Allen.
Look at that man, a clean black man. He's clean. Justice on Outlaw Radio.
Justice,
I got to tell you, I love you to death. I think he's one of the good guys here in the good old United States of America. I play poker with him once a month for, about a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah.
And I still don't know what you do for a living. I still don't know what does Justice do?
I'm an international man of mystery.
That's not helpful.
It's a good answer, though.
No, but it's not helpful. I mean, what do you do? You're on the internet a lot, right?
Yes, I'm a social media influencer. That's one of the things I do.
Okay, so who do you influence, and what do you influence those folks to do?
So my Instagram is Justice League for Life. That's IG. I do fitness and I do lifestyle content. And Instagram actually pays me for my content. Wow. They have been paying me since November of last year, and they're committed to this whole year of paying me for my content. Yeah.
Love that. That's pretty awesome.
I'm probably one of like 5% of the people who are on IG
making money.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this: is part of your fitness regime smoking a cigar and drinking a beer?
On the weekends, yes.
On Saturday after 3.
Love that.
It's my cheat day.
Yeah, you can see Justice doing such a thing if you watch us on YouTube at Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Punch that into YouTube, and there's Justice. And we were talking a little bit about BLM and the fact that, in my opinion,
black lesbians matter.
Black lesbians matter.
Well, it's either that or black guns matter.
How about all hot lesbians matter?
Well, wait, they're not hot though.
What? No, I'm saying all hot lesbians matter.
Yes, they do.
Right?
My favorite L's is I have a group of lesbians or a couple.
Yeah.
I call them my favorite L's, like from the Chappelle Show. The L's. The G's.
Yeah, of course.
So they're all my favorite L's.
Yeah, I love that. Black Lives Matter activist Sean King threatened to inflict pain on 2 New York Post reporters in a series of posts to his millions of followers. He says, "I know where you live, where you used to live, where your family lives, where they work," King wrote. Wow. This is the nice guy from BLM, from Black Lives Matter.
I would say so.
This is one of the major dudes from Black Lives Matter. And he said a few thousand other people know now as well.
Wow, man.
What a son of a bitch.
And he's not locked up for that?
What a piece of crap. That's legal. That's legal.
A legal
yes,
threat?
Justice?
I don't...
What?
If it's legal, it's fucked up legal.
Yeah, it's legal to allow that out, that information. It's in terrible taste. It's in bad taste.
It's not First Amendment. That's a...
Well,
that's a threat. To me, if I was that guy, I would take that as a threat, personally.
You posted my house online, caused white supremacists to show up at my doorstep to terrify my wife and King. Kids, King wrote in the post, which contained headshots of Sheehan and Vincent from the New York Post. By the way, the only rag in New York worth reading.
I read it every day.
It's the only rag worth reading.
And page 6, because I love my,
Well, yeah, and page 6. I mean, that's been around forever.
Yeah.
You know, we like the dirt, and most of that crap is true. Lori Downey Jr., our producer, she's been in page 6 a couple times.
Really? Oh,
right,
is
Lori?
Pictures?
So have I. So have I. Not one to boast. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't care about those pictures.
Yeah. We all have sordid pasts, my friend.
Yes. Some have sordid presents.
Yeah. This Sean King from BLM says, "You mother effers that won't leave me and my wife and kids alone. I'm about to return this pain back to you," he wrote in another Instagram post. He also published a 10-minute video on the Instagram page explaining why he was finished with the high road, at least for now. Oh, yeah, BLM, the high road. 42 years of taking the high road has made it such that nobody anywhere can attack and spread dangerous information about my family without any consequences, King said. "Normally, I will defend myself and my reputation and will continue to do that as I need to. But now I am going to use the same strategies that have been used against me, against those that have caused us harm. I am returning your strategies back to you." King, who has been frequently accused of being a grifter by his fellow BLM activists, has a history of doxing people he falsely accused of committing violent crimes. Houston man Robert Cantrell hanged himself in a jail cell just 3 years ago after this a-hole from BLM falsely accused him of murdering a 7-year-old black girl in 2018. Cantrell and his family received death threats after King posted Cantrell's mugshots on social media. Boy, this is a guy, and by the way, we're not a hate group here at Outlaw Radio, but this guy's got to be taken out.
Yeah.
This is a bad man.
You gotta be, I mean, you talk
this
about
king is a bad man.
Yeah. Preventive medicine, and we talk about see something, say something. This guy needs to be locked up now before he does something ugly, man.
Cantrell was in jail for unrelated evasion and robbery charges when he died from an apparent suicide. Barnes' killers, Eric Black and Larry Woodruff, were ultimately apprehended and convicted. Black was sentenced to 30 years in prison, and Woodruff was sentenced to life in prison without parole. And the dude friggin' killed himself, man. 3 years ago, King falsely accused a Texas state trooper of raping a black woman during a traffic stop. Trooper was vindicated a few years later after video evidence was released showing he did not assault the woman. King threatened to dox the New York Post reporters after the Washington Free Beacon reported that King had purchased a $40,000 designer guard dog with funds donated to his Political Action Committee. BLM, man. BLM. If that ain't strong arm mafia tactics, I don't know what is. That's what Black Lives Matter is.
Yeah.
Give us money. We won't say bad things about you.
And we won't firebomb your buildings.
Justice. Am I wrong
we'll
about
buy
this?
out a lot of real estate. Yes.
Yeah. Am I wrong? Oh, I am wrong?
No,
I'm not wrong.
No, you're not wrong.
All right.
Listen, I'm going to get a lot of hate from my community because I am an independent thinker.
Yes.
And I don't go along with the bullshit.
Yeah.
But it's misinformation. You know, it's the CNN.
Now, what are you? You're a banker, or what do you do?
So
I don't think we want to know.
He told you he's a social.
Well, that's one of the things I do.
He's a social influencer.
I do other stuff.
All right. I bet you do.
I'll meet you out of your car in about an hour, bro.
Yes. No, but I'm an independent thinker.
Yeah.
And, I live my life. Is that my hearing feedback?
No, you're good.
Okay. The thing is, I'm from L.A., born and raised.
You were? So where? What part of neck of the woods?
So I was born in South Central Los Angeles.
Oh, now wait a second. Do you realize what you just did there? There's no longer a South Central Los Angeles.
Yeah, you can't call it South
It's
Central
South Los Angeles.
Right?
Because, you know, when they changed the name about 25 years ago to South L.A. from South Central, all the crime dissipated.
It stopped.
Did you notice that? It just stopped overnight.
Isn't that crazy?
Justice. Isn't that incredible?
That is.
You thought you were from South Central LA.
Because I am corrected.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So you grew up in South Central.
My mom was like, I got to get my kid out of here before he ends up in jail or dead.
Right. Were you a part of a gang?
I was not part of it. My mom was accosted by the police like she was a hooker.
Yeah.
So she goes, my kid can't grow up in this shit. So she made money and she took us out of L.A. It took us more into the suburbs.
Yeah.
And then my relatives thought we were better than them because we live with the white people and we enunciate.
Yeah.
My mom just wanted me to have a better education and grow up.
Yeah. So it's really it is about. And by the way, that just chaps my ass. Is that because you enunciate and you speak the English language, you're not black?
No,
Justice?
he's an Uncle Tom all of a sudden.
Yeah, Uncle Tom, Lori. He's Uncle Tom. Wow.
But hey, it works when you get pulled over by the cops.
You know, any mic we put Justice on, it crackles, it bobackles. Yeah. We have racist microphones in this.
It's my frequency. It's my vibration.
This king from BLM justifies the purchase of a $40,000 designer guard dog. He justified it in an Instagram post, saying he needed the award-winning Mastiff to protect his family against white supremacist threats. King added that New York City won't even allow me to have a gun. King doesn't even own the dog anymore. The dog's breeder wrote in a now-deleted Instagram post in July that it was caring for the dog again because he's got a little too much energy to be a family dog, so he came back. Yeah.
Did the money go back?
I wonder if the money went back.
And $40,000 for a dog?
Yeah. That's a lot for a canine, man.
Wow.
But not a lot for lap dances, though.
No, it's not. You give me 40,000 ones, dude.
Hey, Justice, do you like vapes? Vegas?
I'm going to Vegas. Yes, I love Vegas.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Yeah, my birthday is this month.
Oh man, so there a lot of lap dances in your future. I'm thinking.
Hey, if you guys want to find me, yes, I'll be at Resorts World. You can come pick me up if you're out there.
Okay.
Olympic Gardens. Here we go.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I'm not saying I've ever been there, but I've been there. But I was dragged in there on my birthday and given like $1,000 in funny money that I didn't use.
You didn't use it?
Yeah, I'm not a lap dance guy because I don't get it.
Me neither.
You know, it's like, okay, so what is the climax to this? Oh, there is none. So now I get to go home and think about right?
No, listen, my thing is this. I don't like the clubs because if I'm going to give you all that money, I'm going to take you home.
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
that's my motto. That's my motto.
At least I get.
That's why I've never understood the strip clubs. I've never understood. And by the way, nothing against them. And
I support single mothers.
And same here, Justice.
Yes.
I think what they're doing is a public service. I have never looked at those gals and down my nose at them. I'm thinking, man, here you are taking thousands of dollars off these idiot guys, pretending as though you like them. I mean, I love that.
But I did.
What do actors do? That's what actors do.
And they're very good. They're very believable. I go, this stripper really loves me.
Yeah.
She's into me.
Do you know my uncle Dick from Northern Nevada, who lives in Dayton, but he's been in Nevada most of his life. And as a child, he would visit, and underage, but you know, they didn't check ID back then, and they didn't give an S. He would visit the quote-unquote whorehouses, legal in Northern Nevada.
Wow.
And he had a buddy that fell in love with one of the prostitutes, the ladies of the evening. Even though you don't have to be there in the evening, but it could be any day, any time of day. But fell in love, and my uncle sort of laughs about that now. He says, "Yeah, he thought she really loved him, when in fact it was all about the money."
Really?
And then Dick would say, "What a dumbass! What a dumbass!"
Well.
I mean, if you believe that it's about the cash and P.S. God love him.
Yeah.
God love him for providing that service.
Great service.
You bet.
I have no problem with legalized prostitution. One of my best buddies, rest in peace, Dennis Hoff, man. We were buds forever.
Wow.
His business acumen was even above that of a car salesman, even though virtually that's what he was.
A car salesman.
He sold, but instead of wheels, he sold ass.
He sold ass.
And it was a business for him. Even though he was always pictured with a big-ass cigar, he never smoked cigars.
Really?
He had diabetes. He had to watch his weight, and it finally got him.
It was marketing.
I mean, it's marketing, my friend. And a good businessman who ran, I forgot what it was, public office in Nevada, and won after he was dead.
That's right.
They still voted for him.
That's love.
Yeah.
But God bless him. And I spent some time at the Moonlight Bunny Ranch there in Mound House, an appropriate name.
How much time did you spend?
Like many days. We broadcast Outlaw Radio from the Moonlight Bunny Ranch. And I'll tell you what, the chicks treat it like a business.
Yes.
I was in that back kitchen where all the working girls go to eat. And those women, man, can they eat. They work up an appetite.
Wow.
And they loved the way I made coffee. And I was given, any service I wanted on the house.
No way, what?
Did not partake. I had to explain to Dennis, listen, you may think I'm some homosexual or something. I'm not. Far from it.
Me neither.
You got your gay guy, and then I would be the opposite of that gay guy.
You would have never seen me.
But you would have partaken. We'll be just after back on Outlaw Radio.
Plantains, by any other name, are still bananas. And now there's a new game in town led by an hombre named Matt. A poker-playing, cigar-smoking, barbecue-eating talker. They call him Magic in these parts. And he's made bananas a kind of art form. The kind of talking that makes people sit up and bark at the moon.
Don't live his fate.
Ordinary just got better. Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt Allen.
Lloyd Downey Jr., our producer, I walked into the house a few days ago just long enough for, KTLA Channel 5 News is always on in there. What Lori watches. And just long enough to notice that a car crashed into a home. Were you following that story, Lori? Are you here on the show, Lori?
I'm here.
Oh.
Guess who was driving?
Yeah. Okay. I'll get to that. But I'm thinking, what the hell happened here? And then, yes, the punchline tattoo, Dave.
Yep.
It's Anne Heche.
Yep.
Yeah, I just heard the story of the
Anne
today.
Heche hospitalized with severe burns after a car crashes into a home. Did you hear about that other shoe dropping, Lori?
I did. She hit a garage in a storage unit or something before, an apartment complex before she went through the house.
Yeah, she sideswiped it.
This happened, I think, yesterday, South Walgrove Avenue in Mar Vista.
2 days ago, I think.
Yeah.
Heche's vehicle crashed into a two-story home, erupted in heavy fire. Took about an hour for 59 firefighters to extinguish the blaze and rescue the actress, who was found within the vehicle. No other injuries reported except her broken heart via Ellen.
Not her first.
The homeowner was in the backyard at the time of the crash, was not hurt, according to reports. Police said Heche's Mini Cooper was speeding down the residential street and launched 30 feet into the house. What the hell? How do you do that? Whoa. Women drivers.
Well, there's pictures.
The house was tons of smoke. I think they used the crane to move the car to extract the driver. It was crazy, a neighbor said. Cameras appeared to capture Anne Heche being moved out of the accident scene in a stretcher. An unnamed source told CNN, Anne is in ICU.
I don't believe it.
She's lucky to be alive. She has severe burns and has a long recovery ahead. Her team and her family, her team? Anne Heche still has a team?
Anne Heche team.
Yeah, and her family are still trying to process what led up to the crash. She's 53 years old. Rose to prominence in the 90s for a performance in Wag the Dog and Donnie Brasco. But, I mean, I know her as a celebrity because of her dating Ellen DeGeneres.
Right. Me too, yeah. That's how I know her.
Well, man, this is not
which
her
started
first
in
time.
1997, then giving a series of bizarre interviews in which she claimed to have an alter ego named Celestia.
I didn't hear that.
So I think she's just another nutbag. Yes, Mark?
No, this is not her first time doing this type of thing. Years ago, she wound up in the valley at somebody's house. She just walked into somebody's house. She's inebriated as hell.
Oh,
She's
that's
out of her
right.
mind.
That's right. That
And
comes
she
back
fell
to me
asleep
now.
on that
Robert Downey
frickin'-
Jr., I think you're thinking of.
No, I'm not, man.
Okay.
This is Anne Heche. Robert Downey Jr. did the same thing.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Anne Heche ended up in somebody's house in the valley. There's, excuse me? She just walked to their front door. Can we help you?
And I think
they
that was
recognized
after,
her.
I believe that was after the Ellen DeGeneres breakup as well.
Yeah.
And there's a picture about this one. There's a picture of her in the car after the storage unit incident that clearly showed a bottle of vodka in her car.
She's a mess.
Yeah,
You know
she's
what?
a mess.
You know what? Where is that being reported?
It was on. They showed it on the news today.
Oh, they did.
They did?
Yeah.
Not on CNN.
Yeah.
Not on fake news. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the picture's a picture.
Yeah.
Maybe it was doctored. I don't know.
Well, Anne Heche, we wish you the best.
We'll
only
find out.
because we don't
Speedy
like
recovery.
we don't like people to get hurt. You know.
Wait, what about the other car crash?
The one at the gas station on Slauson and La Brea?
Yeah, that nurse, it was 100 miles an hour.
Travel nurse, 100 miles an hour, 6 people dead.
By the way, another woman?
Another woman.
All right, we'll be this after back on Outlaw Radio.
I've got my hat on. I've got my boots dusty. I've got my saddle on my horse. He's cold. Of course. I wanna be a cowboy. And you can be my cowgirl. Yeah. Out on the horizon, I see a puff of smoke. Indians on the warpath. White men speaking for down, isn't it? Or not. I wanna be a cowboy. You can be my cowgirl. I wanna be a cowboy. You can be my cowgirl. I wanna be a cowboy. And you can be my cowgirl. I wanna be a cowboy. And you can be my cowgirl. I wanna be a cowboy. And you can be my cowgirl. I wanna be a cowboy. My name is Ted. And one day I'll be dead, yo, yo, yo.
I've been in the right place, but it must have been the wrong time. I done said the right thing, but it must have used the wrong line. I've been on the right trail, but I must have used the wrong car. Headed in a bad place, and I wonder what's good for. I've been in the right place, but it must have been the wrong time. My head is in a bad place, but I have such a good time. I've been running, trying to get hung up in my mind. Just got to give myself a good talking to this time. Just need a little brain salad surgery. I got to cue my insecurity. That I've been in the wrong place, but it must have been the right time. I've been in the right place, but it must have been the wrong song. I've been in the right vein, but it seems like a wrong on. Well, I've been in the right world, but it seems like the wrong, 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 wrong.
doohickey, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
Tell me what you want.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
He just passed out.
Yeah.
Hey, that didn't sound too bad. Huh?
At the Lightning Buff Lounge.
Oh, man.
We're here with Matt.
Oh, yeah.
At the Lightning Lounge.
Oh, little Outlaw Radio.
We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all these guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
We have got to get old Billy F. Gibbons back over to the Lighten Up Lounge, man. What a fun day when he's here. You know, Paul Staples, he has his number because my former producer stole his number when he left Outlaw Radio.
He stole a few numbers.
He stole a few things, by the way. Yeah. He would wait for me to leave the house, and then he'd rifle through my cigars.
Yeah.
I'll tell you,
I remember
man.
our buddy Ryan Stiles.
I'm way too trusting a guy. Yeah, Mart?
Ryan Stiles, the actor, at his mansion one time in the valley out here. Rex came over. We were talking about our.
You know what? By the way, Mart, how sweet calling Ryan an actor. That is so sweet.
Comedic actor.
That is so sweet.
And so Rex was over there, and Rex walked in the house. He goes, "Marty, do me a favor, follow him around because the thievery's about to begin."
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah.
Is he white?
Yes.
Thank God.
Yeah, but of course he has some black blood because he's ripping people off.
Ripping people off. Oh, he's got not the black blood. Hey, announce the blood. He's black, right?
Hey, Laurie, you know about this because we do emanate from the San Fernando Valley in Southern California, spitting distance from Hollywood, Cali, where all those miscreant a-holes live. Not that there aren't some miscreant a-holes here in the Valley, because there certainly are. In fact, they're all in the Lighten Up Lounge right now. We're all here smoking, drinking, interrupting. Los Angeles tenants are living rent-free on COVID policies.
Yeah.
And the city refuses to act. Do you know about this, Lori Downey Jr.?
No.
Well, now you do. Let me move on. Okay. That's all I really care about there. We've already touched on the fact that if you've had the vaccination, you're probably regretting it. You know, I never got around to it. You know that day that I took you to get your vax, Lori, that drive-through vaccine in East Los Angeles, for a split second, I thought, well, you know, I'm here. I should do it. It went in and out my brain that quickly. Yeah. And so, no, I never, never.
If you're healthy, you don't need to get it.
No, of course not.
If you have immune issues, of course.
But
my mom got it.
But I'll tell you this, Justice, Lori Downey Jr., because of her other gig, they forced her into it.
I believe it.
And can't you smell lawsuits down the pike with all these businesses that force their employees into this friggin' fake vaccine?
Fake vaccine.
You know what? Hold on a second.
Yeah, Lori Downey Jr., Blondie. Blondie! You son of a...
So
we're big fans of Clint Eastwood's Spaghetti Westerns here on Outlaw Radio.
You couldn't tell.
Yeah.
When this came down, they didn't know what this was, and because of
They didn't know what was.
This whole COVID thing. So it was just taking the world by storm, and because of what I do...
Lori, how did I know what it was? I knew it was a scam-a-lama ding-dong flu. I knew...
Well, you don't go anywhere, Matt. You're like right here, but I have
got
to go
it from
other
right
places.
here. Yeah. At that time, I was visiting quite a few dive bars and restaurants and so on. So it has nothing to do with the fact that I would rather spend time in this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada-style bar. I mean, I don't know why it's almost apples and oranges, but thank you for throwing nonsense into the equation when I'm simply asking about your vaccination and that you were forced into it. Were you not?
Every corporation.
Yeah.
If you weren't doing this show from your backyard.
Mm-hmm.
With your other
if I had to,
not true, Lori.
No, it is true,
not
Marty.
true. Not
because
true.
if he would have had to go to a studio,
I was never mandated by my company to do it. Never mandated.
Yeah,
Marty.
So not true.
Yeah, but no. What Lori is saying is true. Yeah. They mandated their workers, and P.S. another company, a radio company that I happen to work for, I believe it was mandated, and if I had to be in brick and mortar facilities, I don't know. In fact, I do know what I would have done. I would have said, "Screw you,"
No, you wouldn't have.
And I would have hired an attorney.
You would have come to me.
Yeah,
I know it. I know it.
What?
Allegedly, I know a doctor.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this is another part of his job that he does.
This is justice. Yeah.
And
give you a free vax
you
card.
You'll get vax card in the system and everything.
There, yeah. Okay.
By the way,
what?
I've done that.
I don't know if I'd be admitting this on.
You guys are
allegedly. I said it's
allegedly. Okay.
I don't care.
By the way, that's a smart thing to do, man. Save your life.
I'll tell you what. I need a CCW, man. Can you help me out?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. He's got me, dude.
I know a guy. Allegedly.
And now, speaking of travesties of justice, the CDC. They're up there with the World Health Organization.
Yeah.
These are crocks of crap. It's all political. You can't, unfortunately, you can't trust them.
Fauci.
CDC issues dire warning to gay and bisexual men.
MONKEYPOX?
I believe I was talking about this on Outlaw Radio way before weeks ago, right, Dave?
Yep.
I said that this is a gay disease.
No, it's not, actually.
Yes, it is.
Actually,
I've heard that chatter, guys.
Actually, yes, it is.
I've heard that
You
chatter.
can get it from a rat, Matt. You can get this monkeypox from a rodent.
And all of the same crap that was being bandied about during the AIDS quote-unquote epidemic.
Yes.
Same bunch of crap. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention updated its monkeypox advice to suggest people most at risk, namely men who have sex with men, take a temporary break from those behaviors to help contain the outbreak.
I was going to go.
Among the updates are suggestions that people take. You know what? It's like black people in a movie theater, right? You can't help yourself.
No.
You have to
have to speak. Have to get up and laugh.
It's true. No, don't you go in there. Don't go in there.
That's gonna be crazy, man.
Among the updates are suggestions that people take a temporary break from sexual activity until considered vaccinated, limit their number of sexual partners, avoid spaces for anonymous sex with multiple partners, use condoms, wear gloves during particular sexual activities. These 5 suggestions to reduce the chance of spread were added to the 7 that appeared on the webpage when it was updated July 12th. In that previous update, the CDC offered suggestions for sexual activities for people who have or think they have monkeypox and decide to have sex. The update contains stronger messaging, with the CDC now saying the best way to protect yourself and others is to avoid sex of any kind while you are sick. People should especially avoid touching any rash. Well, I try to avoid rashes.
I loathe rashes.
I loathe rashes.
I loathe monkeypox.
That's crazy, guys.
Yeah.
So it really is.
Yeah.
I heard that chatter.
We're talking about monkeypox here, Lori. Look on your sheet, please. Please.
My monkey. May not touch my monkey.
There you go.
Don't spank my
That was very organic, wasn't it?
Always so organic.
Right off the cuff.
The updates come a day after the Biden administration declared a public health emergency for monkeypox in a bid to unlock funding, of course.
Of course.
Money. And more powers to deal with the virus. Some states, including New York, California, and Indiana, have declared their own public health emergencies for a similar reason, which brings us to Bravo host Andy. What, Laura?
It's like, you have some of the information. I have had friends that went through AIDS. I have friends that are still living from the 80s, and they were diagnosed with AIDS.
Right.
You didn't go through
You were
this.
a Broadway dancer.
You were not a part of this whole
But
thing.
as you've described this before, these were gay
Right.
men.
It doesn't matter. But there are kids that are getting monkeypox right now, babies that are getting monkeypox. I
haven't heard of
How
that.
are they getting?
I haven't
Well,
heard that
Marty,
either.
open up your little phone and figure out some news.
It's far and few
My phone's
between.
pretty
though,
big,
Lori.
actually.
There are
The
three
majority.
kids.
Yeah,
there are
but
3 kids. That
I know
have
an Irish
monkeypox.
guy that doesn't drink.
You know what, Matt?
All right.
You guys are so close-minded.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
not-
I'm
yes,
open-minded.
Yeah.
They said that it's a gay disease, but there are children that are also
Do
getting
you
monkeypox.
understand that for CDC to make any proclamation that this is a gay disease in any way, shape, or form, then this is a gay disease, because they will stay away from that proclamation with their backs against the wall. They are forced to make that proclamation, which means it is a gay disease, which leads me to Bravo host Andy Cohen. I like this guy, by the way, a gay dude who blasts Biden administration's abysmal monkeypox response. And as Bravo host Andy Cohen says, gays, lock it up. Watch What Happens Live host Andy Cohen slam the Biden administration's abysmal response. This is a gay man. This is a host. This is a guy that I find entertaining.
I do too.
And this is what he says. A gay man, a host of a television show, Andy Cohen.
Tonight's Jacko goes to the news that monkeypox cases have risen so dramatically in New York City that Mayor Eric Adams issued an executive order declaring a state of emergency today. After what's been an abysmal response from our government so far, I'm hoping this new order will help our leaders actually deal with this threat and pressure the federal government to deploy badly needed resources like vaccines, which have been very hard to come by. And I want to speak to my gay brothers for a minute. We need to take this seriously because this is affecting us at much higher rates than others right now. So be aware, get vaccinated if you can, and please, I know it's summer and we all have COVID fatigue, but please be safe and don't take unnecessary risks. I know it's summer, but keep it locked up. And at the same time, I call on everyone in the government and the media to not stigmatize our community, which is already under attack from many who'd rather use us as a scapegoat than help us. And if you're not a gay man, you might think this doesn't affect you now, but this is everyone's problem because, as we've learned from very recent history, unless we act now, these things can get a whole lot worse very quickly.
Now, I'm not certain if he's talking about the AIDS or COVID. You know, I really don't know what he's pinpointing there.
He's talking monkeypox.
Monkeypox. No.
I think it was about
when he was. Yeah, I think it was about AIDS as well. I believe it was about AIDS.
Really?
Well, AIDS is a gay disease. Not one heterosexual, unless they're a drug user or they attained this terrible thing through intravenous
In a
drug
hospital.
use, or yes, intravenous in a hospital. This was and is a gay disease. AIDS
What about the kids? What about the babies that got monkey disease? The monkeypox.
I have not read about the
All right, I will
babies.
send it to you, and you'll have it on the next break.
But okay, Lori, I don't know why you're so mad.
I'm not mad. I'm just trying to
because
tell you
because
that you
what
can't-
I do on this show and what we all try to do is stick with the facts.
So I can't have an opinion?
So I appreciate any facts that you happen to
Right,
throw
I
out
heard on
there.
the news, Matt.
Oh, you heard it on the news?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll send that to you.
CNN?
Yeah.
No, I don't listen to CNN.
No, but she does watch the local news, Channel 5. We're all stupid idiots.
Yeah, apparently today you are.
Yeah.
You're very small-minded, and you think that this is just, even though it might
is a
be
gay
hitting-
disease.
it might be hitting the
Monkeypox
gays,
is a gay
There
disease.
are also children that have it.
Okay. He ain't Latino. John Leguizamo rages over James Franco playing Fidel Castro and calls for a boycott.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, John Leguizamo raged on Instagram in response to actor James Franco being cast to play Cuban communist dictator Fidel Castro in the upcoming film Alina of Cuba. Leguizamo, who's been outspoken about Hispanic representation in Hollywood, said that while he has no problem with James Franco personally, He ultimately believed that a Latino should play Castro. Franco is of Portuguese and Russian Jewish ancestry. How is this still going on? The John Wick actor asked his followers. How is Hollywood excluding us but stealing our narratives as well? Leguizamo called for a boycott. So you have to be Cuban, a real Cuban or Latin to play a Cuban. Doesn't that smack in the face of what acting is all about?
Totally.
Isn't?
But you can be gay and act straight in movies, though, right?
Yeah. That's all right. That's okay. That's okay, but God forbid you're a straight guy playing a gay guy. Because that's appropriation. No more appropriation. Hollywood and streamers boycott this This is effed up, he continued. Plus, seriously difficult story to tell without aggrandizement, which would be wrong. I don't got a problem with Franco, but he ain't Latino. Here's a noggin scratcher. When The View co-host Brain Trust Ana Navarro said in response to Leguizamo's post, now listen to this thoroughly. Listen to this closely. This is Ana Navarro, the real intelligent attorney, Ana Navarro. I'd like to think no Latino actor worth their salt would sign up to play and aggrandize a murderous dictator who terrorized the people of Cuba for 6 decades. For both reasons you articulated, I join you in the boycott. Right? Is it just me, or did she make absolutely no sense?
0 sense.
Did she not understand what John Leguizamo was saying? God, these idiots! And the fact that The View is still on the air, that they're paying these dip-ass witches millions of dollars a week.
Millions.
They are the dumbest broads on the planet.
Give me a wig. I'm going to go on the show.
Are you going to play Whoopi? She's been fired, I think, right?
Oh, my God. Hey, okay. Now, if you've seen this or heard this, I'm not going to play it again. But I will tell you, Justice,
yes, sir. Did
you see the Meow Girl on TikTok?
Yes. Oh, that was the one that what? The Meow with Trump?
No. This chick in her 20s, I'm assuming, communicates with her female friends by meowing in different ways. She no longer uses the English language. Justice, she meows to her friends.
Wait, is she hot?
No.
Oh, then I'm not.
She's exactly what you would expect.
What a shame.
But not a big fugly ug, just a thin, stupid idiot stick. Enjoy Meow Girl. And by the way, put your seatbelts on because you're not going to believe this.
Be teaching you guys some ways that my friends and I meow to one another to communicate when words just seem a little too difficult. So here we go. Okay, so first off, we have the normal meow that we just use mostly to get each other's attention. Meow. Okay, then we have the dissatisfied meow. Then the angry meow, but we only use this one on rare occasions because overall we're a very happy kitten family. Then the happy or content meow. Meow. Okay, then one of the most important ones for our kitten family is the I want to go potty meow.
Oh my God.
It took me a really long time to master this meow because it needs to be really specific in order for my kittens to understand. Meow, meow, meow. Okay, this is the most important meow for me, and it's the I need help wiping meow.
What?
Yes.
Wait.
Okay, and last but definitely not least,
wiping
is our in heat meow, and we use this when we need a little bit more special kitten attention, if you know what I mean.
I'm gonna listen to this one.
Meow.
Got it.
Meow.
Now, Justice, this ain't a joke. She's not kidding.
She's real. She's real.
She's real. These are her female friends. This is the way they speak.
She calls them kittens.
They're her kitten family.
Yeah.
And you're scratching your noggin, my friends, why we're in deep trouble here in 2022? These are voters.
Oh, they're voters.
Justice, these are of age to vote.
The 86 million voters?
And they speak meow language. You'd think it was a bit on Saturday Night Live.
Like the dude bit, like dude.
Yeah, dude. You'd think it was a sketch. This ain't a sketch. This is a real life idiot who should be locked away.
I wish she would. But she
well,
was...
Matt, why are you such a caveman? You don't believe that we should be able to have freedom of expression? Yes, you should, so we all know who you are and can stay away from you.
But if she was hot, though, I would back it up 100%. So, you know. I'm keeping it real, guys. Let's keep it real.
Yeah. When we return, we're not going to break just yet, but in the next segment, Bill Maher, you know, he's on the train, he's off the train, he's on the train. He's been rather pragmatic the last year and a half. I've sort of dug a lot of what he said.
Regressing.
He's that old school liberal which doesn't exist anymore. Mm-hmm. He's that JFK guy. And if JFK were here today, they would not accept him in the Democrat Party. He's not one of them anymore. Wow. And if you're a Democrat, you're not them anymore if you are a liberal and not a lefty. I'm liberal in many, many ways.
Are you?
Yes.
Interesting.
But conservative in the correct ways.
Give me an example.
I'll give you a great example. Monetarily conservative beyond a doubt. I don't believe that homeless shelters should be next to schools. I think it's a bad thing for our kids.
Are they?
I love liberty. I love freedom. I love small government. I don't like people telling me what to do. That's liberty. That's being conservative. Now, how am I liberal? I have no problem with your sexuality. Do whatever it is you must do to have a happy day. Just don't shove it down our throats.
Thank you.
That's it. Yep. I don't care. I have no problem with gays, homosexuals, lesbians in any way, shape, or form. I mean, and by the way, obviously I don't. But if I were to go to some adult movie, it would always be two hot women together.
Amen. You don't have to go to the movies anymore.
Did Justices give me an amen on that?
But you are a caveman because you can look at that stuff up on your phone now. You don't have to go to movies.
See? I am a caveman.
Yes, you are. It's like, well, if I went to a movie to watch porn, there's porn theaters?
Do you think that theater in Snohomish,
No.
Snohomish, do you think it's still around?
I don't think so.
No.
I just saw Die Hard for the first time.
Okay. When we return, we're going to dive into some Bill Maher stuff and things that you will find interesting, and it sort of dovetails into what went down in Kansas. And this is recent, man.
Oh,
the abortion and the fact that they were blindsided. Will be this after back.
Uh-oh.
laboratories. With over 200 research workers, academic staff, and PhD students worked around the clock 7 days a week for 9 years. And today, we deliver broadcasting from atomic scale components, 21st century technology, talk, stars, and subliminal messaging. Motivating, stimulating, mildly erotic, 24/7. Outlaw Radio.
Has anyone made the call to Guinness Book of World Records? We have a black man here named Justice who voted for Donald Trump.
Donald J. Trump. I did.
Gonna slap my face.
Oh, crank this. Crank Mavis.
I'm
Everybody's gonna respect you.
But I'm still getting ass, so it's okay.
I'm blacker than Justice.
Beside my head.
Waist up, you are.
Hey! Had to do the old black penis joke, didn't he?
You had to go there.
Down the solution.
Welcome back, and we respect you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to spend some time with Outlaw Radio. On YouTube, we're Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. You have to be specific about that because, first of all, YouTube hates us. And that's the honest-to-God truth. That's the honest-to-God truth.
Really?
They hate us. Yeah. So this has been an uphill battle, and for us to even make the strides we made is pretty incredible. But they don't, boy, they will take our algorithms and just shove them right up our yin-yang.
Yeah.
And you know how painful that can be. You know, I just had my yin-yang cleaned last week. 67 tinted windows.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, blue. Yeah, not too shabby. Yeah, I'm still thinking about putting that up on eBay.
There you go.
But my point being,
have James sign it,
that if you have not subscribed to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, come on. Be the person that hits the milestone. We have a milestone coming up. Take time out of your busy schedule. Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. You become that milestone, won't you?
Even though we're going to be kicked off soon.
Oh, yeah.
So you gotta do it now.
No, we have other
you got a black eye now. You might be good.
Yeah, I know. But, you know, what I'm thinking, Justice, is it can't hurt. But you, my friend, are not a big lefty douchebag.
I'm not.
So I don't...
Uncle Tom.
Well, that's not very nice. That is not very... Lori,
Wait, listen,
did you mean that?
No, hold on.
No.
Wait, Lori, I changed the Uncle Tom to white American accent.
Is that
Uncle Tom.
All right, that's Justice, a.k.a. Uncle Tom.
That's all I love.
Lori, please don't ever take back what you mean. Bill Maher says terrorists are running wild with Taliban. Of course, Lori doesn't think you're an Uncle Tom. She's with you. She's not a lefty. Although you would think she were, right? You being on the show for the first time, right, and her being so combative with our facts on the show. So you would assume, being a female and all,
wow,
and with her editorial,
come on,
you would I'm simply stating the facts once again. Justice, gun to your head, if I weren't saying this right now, gun to your head, you would think Lori was a big liberal, wouldn't you? Yes or no?
Yes-ish.
Okay, that's enough. But she's not.
Enough for you.
She's not.
Gun to his head, which he's had several times.
I like
why?
That's right.
I have had a lot of guns.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, I have.
Yeah,
in South Central.
You don't even
Hollywood. Yeah.
You don't even have to pretend that happened. Man, we got the real deal here. Justice.
I'm a real outlaw, guys.
Yeah. Justice, Uncle Tom, gun to the head. I love this man. Bill Maher says terrorists are running wild with Taliban cooperation in Afghanistan. He also says Biden messed up withdrawal. Well, that's coming from Bill Maher. During the overtime segment of Real Time, overtime. Everyone has an overtime now, even though we started the after show concept here on Outlaw Radio. I have started so many things here on Outlaw Radio and have nothing in the bank to show for it. But my God, my creativity knows no bounds. My bank account does. Bill Maher said that in the Afghanistan, terrorists are running wild. The Taliban are completely back in charge, and they reneged on everything. You think? I can't imagine that they'd lie. I can't imagine, because of their love for the United States of America. I can't imagine. Holla. GOP senators say Kansas abortion result a wake-up call for Party. Republican senators were surprised by the huge win for abortion rights in Kansas, of all places, even as they sought to downplay the electoral implications in their party ahead of November's midterm elections. Senator Lindsey Graham, guy's got to be gay. And by the way, we don't care. I just find it interesting. But Lindsey Graham, come out already, would you? It's definitely a wake-up call for us, he said. Kansas, which is a pretty red state, it's hard to find the words. I think people should look at it, added Senator Tom Tillis. Oh, I don't know if Tom talks like that, but he's got to. When asked for his reaction to the vote, so here's the bottom line. When this came down, Roe v. Wade was overturned. What was the first thing? Does anyone remember the first thing out of my mouth? And not one to boast. I said bad timing. I said, why not wait until the midterms? Yeah. I said, this is not going to work for us. We don't need this.
You're right.
You know, am I the only one? And by the way, I didn't get that from some talking head. I didn't read that in some article. That was innate and organic from me. Why? Because, damn it, I'm a genius.
Tell me why, please. I want to know why. Tell me why the timing then.
The timing is wrong because there's no reason with Biden screwing up things so bad. There's no reason to take those fringe voters and those Republicans, those suburban housewives who hate Donald Trump, and they say, they're damn right, you can't tell me what to do with my body. Yeah, but it's murder. You're murdering an innocent child. No, it's not a child yet. Well, yeah, it is a child yet, and even Bill Burr agrees with me. This is a child. Bill Maher says, I'm going to vote based on COVID policy. Dems need to be careful with private health care decisions and their rhetoric. On his real-time show, Bill Maher is up to some smart shenanigans again. He's sitting there with some attractive broad and some guy who is an old-school liberal dude. And it went like this.
Okay. So I mentioned Kansas there in the monologue. I think a big question that we've been wondering about has been answered this week in Kansas because people were wondering after the Supreme Court got rid of Roe versus Wade, would this be a big motivator? And the polls kind of said no. It shows polls are people lie.
Pause. By the way, I edited that. He said the BS word. And it's true. And he's right about polls. Polls are BS. Continue.
For questions, phrase, whatever. This is how they indicate what they really care about. Kansas, you could not pick a more perfect state to test this in. And they were, will the Democrats come out motivated by getting rid of Roe? Not only the Democrats, the Republicans too.
Right.
So
he's right about this.
I feel like
he's right about
the
this.
Democrats were going to get their ass kicked in the midterm elections. I think this is a deal changer. I think this is Juan Soto going to the Padres.
Pause. Hey, Laura, no, I don't agree with that. I don't think it's a deal changer. I think they still will get their asses kicked. But there was no need for this, and the timing was wrong. And I wonder about what the justices were thinking to put this down at that specific time instead of waiting.
I thought it was really stupid.
Yeah, Lori, right? The timing was ridiculous.
Wait, Lori, why did they do it? Can someone tell me why they did it then?
Why did the Supreme Court justices?
Why this timing now? Why now? Please tell me.
Well, there are a lot of lefties on that as justices, as you know. And perhaps they thought it was a good idea and smarter than the conservative justices, not really understanding. And it's just a matter of law.
It'll work against.
Well, there's no reason to do that now. So I just wonder what was happening behind the scenes. Continue with Bill Maher.
It's over.
No, that's not. I had a lot more.
That one's done.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you. I'm looking at it.
Okay, hold on. Maybe I didn't write it down. Put in MAHER again, because I had more MAHER. And, oh, God, I had some great stuff there.
Are you kidding me, Lloyd? I spot out to shoot you in the kneecap.
It's only $8.80.
Yeah, but did you put in MAHER?
I did.
Yeah, but if you put in MAHER again, and then it'll come up as another topic, subject line.
Okay.
Oh, we are a well-oiled machine.
Yes,
here.
we are. Yes, sir.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
You didn't do it.
Broken down over time, the LGBT.
Nope, that wasn't it.
Well, how do you know?
Because there's.
What?
Yet when a book questioning the sudden uptick in transitioning children was released, a trans
No, that
lawyer-
wasn't it, but it was a good one. Keep going. All I got to do is just push, and then it comes back up.
Push.
To your point about the
There it
GOP argument about freedom is,
thank you.
They were like, oh my God, big government, they're making us wear masks, oh, the temerity, all this. The people who said, okay, we want small government, now they want to make the most private health care decisions for women. They want to put Mike Pence in the OBGYN exam room with women when their feet are in stirrups.
I'm glad, and we're all against that.
We're all against that.
I certainly. But private health care decisions. Be careful with that phrase. I read in the front page of the New York Times this week, there is a new voting bloc, a new constituency.
This is interesting.
Anti-mandate. They said mostly parents.
Interesting.
But these are people who are not going to vote based on Republican or Democrat. They're going to vote based on COVID policy.
Like it?
I'm one of them, and I don't even have kids. You know, it's a medical issue. I do not want to be dictated. There is no the science.
Yep.
Especially in medical science. You can recommend whatever you like, but I must insist you don't insist how I handle my health.
Yes.
I never was.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the crowd, okay. Whatever.
Obama told me, if you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. Well, I did, and I do.
Pause. By the way, yes, that happened for you, Bill, but for millions of Americans, it didn't. No. And they couldn't keep their doctor. For Bill Maher, a man who has tons of money and obviously known throughout the planet, yes, a guy like you can keep your doctor. But Obama lied about that. He was completely full of crap. Many of us lost the doctor that we loved. Obama, like so many politicians, talk out of both sides of their mouth because if they didn't have two sides, we wouldn't hear them speak. Continue with Bill Maher.
Doctors, I know many of them, say very different things because doctors are afraid to speak out. You've written about this a lot, right?
Yeah.
And I want to listen to the ones who are sometimes afraid to speak out, although you can find them.
Yeah. I think that's the one issue where the Democrats are really, really weak on the freedom topic is the freedom of speech issue.
And this guy's a liberal.
That's become a very difficult and fraught issue for Democrats. Ever since the beginning of the content moderation era on the internet, there are a lot of people who associate the Democratic Party with people being taken off the internet
censorship,
and people being afraid to say certain things, and that's not a positive. I think, it's the complete opposite of what I remember liberalism being about when I was growing up. I mean,
especially in medical science, which is eminently debatable, and they've already been wrong about so much in this particular crisis that we've had, not to mention everything they've been wrong about in the past. So don't sit there in your white coat telling me we have all the answers. Well, you obviously don't.
Correct.
I will find the answers with the people I want to find it from.
Yes.
And you will not tell me how to handle it.
Right. We're Americans. Right. Liberty. Let us decide. Let us decide whether we want to smoke a cigarette, smoke a cigar, and how much booze we want to drink. Let us decide if it's good or bad for our health. Let us decide whether it is bad for our health, but we enjoy it anyway because we want to spend, 55 years on this planet instead of 80. It's up to us. That's called liberty. That's called being a United States American. That's what this is all about. And P.S., scientists, for the most part, dumbbolts. You heard me. The easiest people to fool, because being a professional magician all of my life, the easiest people to fool are scientists. That is the honest-to-God truth. Trust me.
Up to be somebody that just loves to learn, and another child grows grows up to be somebody you just love to burn. Mom loves the both of them. You see it's in the blood. Both kids are good and bound. Blood's thicker than the mud. It's a family affair.
It's a family affair.
It's a family affair.
It's a family affair.
What a bear.
It's a family affair. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. It's a family affair.
Newlywed a year ago, but you're still checking each other out. Hey, nobody wants to blow. Nobody wants to be left out. You can't leave 'cause your heart is there, but you can't stay 'cause you've been somewhere else. You can't cry 'cause you look broke down, but you're crying anyway 'cause you're all broke down. It's a family affair.
It's a family affair.
It's a family affair. Yeah, family affair. One child grows up to be somebody that just loves to learn, and another child grows up to be somebody you just love to burn. Mom loves the both of them. You see it's in the blood. Both kids are good and bound. Blood's thicker than the mud. It's a family affair.
It's a family affair.
It's a family affair.
It's a family affair. It's a family affair. It's a family affair.
It's a family
Passive Aggressive has a new home. You're listening to Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt Allen.
It's Outlaw Radio time!
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What's my mother effing name? When this song first came out, my best buddy from Arizona, he and I heard this song for 48 hours straight. Get down! By the way, love this video too, man. Down again. Who is that hot broad in there? That's not Brandy, is it?
No.
You sure?
Not Brandy, no. Who, I think it's just a video.
This is the edited one, right, Laurie? This is not the expletive one. Although that's the better one, but you can't play this on terrestrial. And speaking...
Really?
No, you can't. No, you can't. Like some of the words you've used, I got to bleep.
Oh, no way.
We get there.
I should have asked. My bad.
We get there. No, there is. This is a no apology zone, Justice.
Okay.
Outlaw Radio. No apologies. nice.
All right.
All right? just gives me extra work. And I'll be thinking about you while I'm bleeping.
Oh.
It's okay. It's all right.
It's the Dr. Dre era, man.
Oh no, Dr. Dre, one of the top 10, one of the top 5 greatest producers of all time. Okay, but speaking of the aforementioned terrestrial radio, we love our boys and girls in Wisconsin. The greatest cheese and the greatest sausages and the greatest meat product, man. And I love all of the above. They even make one hell of a chicken fried steak, and there's a prime rib joint there that I must visit. It's about 6 pounds. Give it up, bitch. If you don't mind me saying. I know. Start playing.
It was so white of you,
No,
man.
start playing Snoop. It's like, whoa.
You can say bitch.
No, I can say bitch. Yeah.
Oh, bitch.
Believe me, I know the rules.
Justice is like, all right, bitch.
Matt Freihart, who loves us in Wisconsin, said after consulting with my cat, this is in reference to the Meow Girl that we played several times on the show today. After consulting with my cat, she is going to be contacting her attorney to send a cease and desist letter to Meow Girl due to cultural appropriation. Yeah, and by the way, it's animal appropriation.
Yes.
I love that. Matt Freihart, thank you, my friend. And Steve Abbott, who has not checked in today, but one of our other faves there in Wisconsin. And yes, slowly but surely putting together a live broad chase. You know I meant to say cast. I did. Don't make me sing. I don't know how this comes out of my pie hole. we will be performing a live broadcast from Wisconsin at some point very, very soon. Hopefully not in the dead of winter where we freeze our ass off. There's another word we can say, Justin. We can say ass.
Ass?
Yeah.
Ass.
But you
Ass
can't.
bitch.
Yeah, but you can't say ass and then the H word after it. That's FCC. That's the truth.
Okay,
So
I love me some ass.
You say that all day long.
Yeah, that's Justice. How do you find Justice in case you're looking for justice? How do we find you again?
At Justice, the number 4.
All right.
Well, I'm sorry, it's Justice League, number 4.
All right.
Life.
Okay, Justice.
Instagram.
At
Justice League for Life.
Number 4.
Life, yeah.
Okay, no one's going to remember that. But, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I always
got it.
I make my URLs really difficult, too. I mean, I have a myriad URLs, and I pay for them every year. I probably have at least $800 worth of URLs.
You still have Britney Snatch?
I'm willing. I do not own BritneySnatch.com anymore. I think I gave that up, as she has many, many times. All right, my thanks to our producer, Lori Downey Jr.
Thank you,
That's Lori Downey Jr. Lori Downey Jr. is in there, the one not using her microphone. Our HR man, Billy Dilly. Love that man.
Billy Dilly.
Who'll be cooking for us in mere minutes. Dave, who has tattoos, hence his moniker, Tattoo Dave. My brother Mark. Poker playing buddy Roman. Mark C.G. Boyer. He's in the background and the backdrop. And my buddy Justice, who's also a poker playing buddy. I'll continue to be Magic Matt on Outlaw Radio on YouTube. Smash it. Smash the like, smash the share button or whatever you do. I'm a Luddite. I don't know really. But just to hit whatever you should hit that will help us because we need your help. We don't even have a Patreon. Yes, I'm a bad businessman. Until next week, please don't forget, bumblebees can't fly.
I mean, businessman. Every day for supper time, she'd go down by the truck patch and pick her mess of poke salad, carry it home in a toast sack. Poke salad, the gator's got your granny. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Everybody said it was a shame, 'cause her mama was working on ting ting. A Richard spiteful, raise a toast moment. Lord, I must pick my mess up.
such a good